Good morning, and I literally mean morning. It is about 7:17. Ooh, Gangan not feeling too good this morning. I have struggled. The hair was supposed to be washed and it didn't get washed. But today is Grandparents' Day for Rhett. And Michael's mother and daddy's going. John couldn't go, so I've got to go. I text John and I told him, I said, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And he said, Gangan, you can. By the power of God, you can. And so, I know the sun's gonna be atrocious, but what's new for my videos? What's new? My sunglasses are probably laying on the dining room table. If I would so get in the habit of putting them in the car and leaving them, I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure they're in the house. I just passed my son-in-law going to work. My son-in-law works real close to my house. His dad's business is real close to my house. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy wonky sun. Can you tell I'm a little out of it this morning? Mornings are so hard for me, so hard. And those of you who suffer with autoimmune know there's no way I could ever get up and go to work anymore. And I don't have to, I'm retired. But there's days I kind of miss work. I miss the camaraderie of working and the fellowship and all of that. I don't miss the tremendous workload, and I had a tremendous load on me. 3 job titles before I left, and had them for a good while. And then a job that I had been doing split for years, they hired a full-time 100% person. And I had asked for a relief in my workload before I left to see if it would help with the sickness, and they wouldn't do it. So they just put this old workhorse out to pasture. And I thank God that I've been able to do that. But anyway, going to Grandparents' Day and then coming home and diving back into my lesson for tonight, and trying to get it more together. I really feel out of it this morning. So if you see me grasping for words, that's one of the side effects, is the fibro fog with fibromyalgia, dysautonomia. I take advantage when I'm not directly in the sun. So, but I will tell you this. Actually, yesterday would be 3 weeks that we've been on Trim Healthy Mama. I am feeling better. Yesterday, and it seems like today may be one of the worst days that I've had since I've been on it. Of course, I mean, today is very young, so I don't know, I may get to feeling great just by the way I feel this morning. But yesterday was just a nerve-wracking day. I just didn't feel good. Well, and also, one of my Bible study girls, Amber, that I just did the video on, the brand new baby, she started hemorrhaging yesterday and was actually on the phone with 911 when she passed out from losing so much blood. And so they had to rush her to the hospital, and that just unnerved me because I was trying not to text her husband too much, you know, trying to give them time to assess, but they admitted her and kept her. They said everything was looking good, and but she hemorrhaged quite a bit, well enough that she passed out. And so, but thank goodness by the time that she passed out, her mother had gotten there, but they did transport her by ambulance because her just having a 3-week-old baby So yesterday was just kind of weird. Do you ever have those weird days? It's just like nothing works right, or you just feel, I don't know, you just feel out of sorts is the way I explained it to somebody. I just feel out of sorts today. But I can tell that cutting the sugar is really helping my mental clarity. You may not can tell it today, but it is helping. John's so frustrated. He weighs on Tuesdays, and he really gets actually the full effect of the 3 weeks we've been on it. Y'all, I don't know why he is losing slower than me, because men usually, what is on my chin? Something's on my chin. Must be a little bit of makeup. Men usually lose so much faster than women. He lost 2 pounds the first week, 1 pound the second week. Oh, it's homecoming week. I see yards rolled with toilet paper. It's homecoming week at Corner. And then this morning, y'all ready for this drum roll? He said, thank goodness our scale measures in ounces. He lost 4 ounces for the week. So he must be burning off some inches, because he can tell it in his pants. He is, except for lunch, he's basically eating what I'm eating, because I'm cooking every night or preparing us something in that regard. So, but I've got to, he says he's drinking a lot of water, so I got to make sure that he is drinking the water, and he may just be going to lose differently. But usually men lose so much faster than women. So I don't want him to get discouraged, because I'm just telling you, I'm feeling better. I can tell a difference. I still have some cravings, but I've made us the no-bake cookies with the oatmeal. I've made those keto style a couple of times, and those have really helped us a lot. But as of Friday, I had lost 7 pounds, but I can also tell in inches just in my pants. I gain a lot through my middle, and so I can tell. But I mean, it's a long, long, long road. It's a long, long, long lifestyle, and he and I are up to the change. And you know, while we're on this, occasionally I will have a little sugar. If I'm at a birthday party and they have cupcakes and I feel like that I want a cupcake, I may eat one. Just depends on how I feel. I think when you say to yourself, I will never eat this again, it's just when you set yourself up for failure. So this is Rhett's new school. Well, this is his first year of school, but it's Rhett and Reed's new school that they're going to this year. And so I guess Reed has outgrown Grandparents Day, because I've been the last 2 years with him. So I knew I had to get up and go. And talking about feeling that way, that's the way I have felt ever since last week, just in a funk. And the Lord healed me. I don't know if the enemy's trying to mess with my emotions. I don't know if it's like, I kind of think it's like coming down off of everything. I really kind of think that it's coming down off the anxiety of the test, and then we had the boys this weekend, and just, you know, just things going on. And so I got to teach tonight, and I was just like, I do not know what to teach. My mind has just not been there. And so I talked to a white girl yesterday, and she said, sister, the disciples didn't always have a planned message, but they did great. Just get in there and talk to them girls. Oh, I love her faith in me. So, but yesterday I was just praying. I was like, Lord, I feel so distracted. I feel so distracted. And so I was like, what do you do when you feel so distracted from God? That's what I'm teaching on tonight. I researched and found several articles and found several scriptures that help us along that way, and I'm teaching, Lord, help me not to be distracted from you. There you go. When in Rome, do as the Romans. But anyway, I'm on my way. I'm just going to be in and out of the sun constantly, so I'm on my way to Grandparents Day for Mr. Rhett Walker. and he's loving school. We were a little unsure because Rhett is very different. You have to let him pace his own self. He's a young man that's really hard to force anything on. Reed has always been so pliable, just you know, you just tell him what to do, he does it. But now Riggs, that's going to be a whole different story. His favorite word is He is a stinker. He is headstrong. We're going to have our work cut out with that one right there. But anyway, I'll see you in just a little bit at Grandparents' Day. Bye-bye. What are we here for today?
To eat.
To eat. But why are Papa and I here?
Because it's Grandparents' Day.
Grandparents' Day. Yay. Are you happy we came? Huh? Yeah. You can probably have 3 muffins. There's a bunch of kindergartners here, aren't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see them?
What you eating? Blueberry muffin?
What are you dropping?
What are you doing? Are you entertaining the kids?
Yeah. A cupcake again.
You look like a despicable. We have to go get in trouble. I'm gonna get in purple.
Uh-oh.
What's the worst color? Red?
No.
What's the worst color? Yellow?
Come around here just a minute. Come here. Is this a silly bridge? Do you want to take another one? Did that one not look good to you?
It does.
Huh? Is this thing not pretty right here?
It does pretty.
It is pretty.
Like I'm not looking
Sit
at
down,
it.
I think they're talking. Let me see that move there. Good. Whoa, you cool, dude. You are cool, dude. I like your teacher. Your teacher's really nice. Can you see out of them?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It feels fuzzy.
It what?
It feels fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
Don't
be.
need them.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
See his room. This boy's got energy this morning. I wished I had that kind of energy.
What are you doing? Is that a dance?
What was that other thing you was doing a while ago? Lord, what's that one? Let's see.
And you guys can just walk out the back.
What's some energy?
Go all the way back to the room.
Is this your room? Oh, let's go in and see it. Where? Show me where you see it. All right. That's awesome. I love that. Table 4. Hey, I love that big owl. Sorry, I'm moving. Where's your name? Let's pick up your name. Turn around, let me see it. Let me see it. Turn it around.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! cool.
That's a collar on it.
It's got one, yeah. That's beautiful. Put it back in there.
My color.
Turquoise.
Huh?
Turquoise.
This is my cubby. This is my cubby.
Bye. Have a good day.
And these are my
Have a good day.
My dad, she said we just go out and walk around.
She said what?
You can wear smile.
Said what?
First she said, why did we have to go out and walk around?
Oh, no, for the grandparents to go out and walk around to our cars.
Yeah.
We're going to our cars.
Yeah, we gotta go, buddy.
The grandparent breakfast was a success. Michael's daddy was there and I was there, so Michael's mother didn't get to come. She wasn't feeling good, so I am so thankful that I went home. And I am feeling a little bit better since I'm up and at 'em. Mornings are just very hard. But he was so tickled to see me and his papa. And we had our pictures made. They had a little station set up and pictures made. And of course, y'all have seen his silliness by now. He was just hyped up. So I sure didn't feel like going, but I'm so thankful I did. And then I went and got my nails done. This is a light brown. I thought that would be really pretty to make me feel fallish. I like it. This is the they call it S&S. It's the powder dip that is the best stuff. It does not ruin your nails and it stays on. I can wear mine for 4 weeks. It needs to be replaced every 3 weeks, really. But I went and got that done, and then I went to shoe department. They carry wide shoes right next door, and found me a real cute pair of booties, which I love for the winter, and they were good and wide and fit good. So I've had a productive morning. It's right at 11 o'clock. I'm now going home I left my kitchen kind of in a mess last night, so I'm going home to clean up the kitchen. I left some things soaking. But it's a beautiful morning, and I'm glad I got up and went on, like I said, because it would have just been one pawpaw there. So I've had this old song on my mind this morning, Rusty Goodman's song. And it says, "Who am I that a king would bleed and die for? And who am I that he would say, not my will, thine, Lord?" The answers I may never know, why he ever loved me so, that to an old rugged cross he would go. For who am I? Yes, who am I that a king would bleed and die for? And who am I that he would say, not my will, thine, Lord? The answers I may never know, just why he ever loved me so, that to an old rugged cross he would go. Yes, to an old rugged cross he'd go, that to an old rugged cross he would go. For who am I? I've just been singing that this morning. Who are we that Jesus Christ would give? You know, sometimes when you get to thinking you're nothing, you don't mean nothing to anybody, the world, there's times that people think the world would be better off without them. Remember that he left his heavenly throne, a place with no pain, no sin, no sickness. He left that freely and gave it up and gave his life so that we could have eternal life. That makes you realize how special you are, how special we are. We are God's children, and He loves us. Man, this world tries to beat us down all the time, and stress and circumstances, and we even do some of it to ourselves. But He said that He, as a king, would leave His throne and come and die for us that we could have eternal life. Whew. Just had that song on my mind, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm fixing to get off here. I'm behind a truck that is going 25 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour limit. I mean, 45 is pretty low, and he's going 25. So I guess it's just music to sing. I mean, it's a speed to sing by. Oh, come on, guy. What is your problem? He's got traffic on this country road backed up. But anyway, I'm not going to fuss. Just got this singing a gospel song, so I'm not going to turn around and fuss. That's not very good representation, is it? I love you guys, and I will be talking to you later.